Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is MG. Today we're going to be looking at a video of Glenn Beck getting absolutely roasted at a TPUSA event. Chief Trumpster actually posted this on X. He says, Glenn Beck looks petrified by these questions. It's refreshing to see so many young people waking up, and I couldn't agree more with him. Finally. So let's take a look.
Israel has an overwhelming lobby over the United States government, and we have unconditionally supported them. We have fought their wars in the Middle East. Bibi Netanyahu came to our Congress in the 90s, told us a list of countries that we need to take out. Some were Syria, Iraq, Iran, Libya, etc. Through those wars, we have lost trillions of dollars. We have lost American servicemen.
We're lobbying everybody else, and they will...
No one's clapping. No one's clapping for your turn.
Charlie was America first, and this kid's going to say it too. He was starting to wake up, and he was, and we have proof and evidence of the last few months of him doing so, and especially from the last week with Candace Owens dropping the text messages. He was absolutely turning on Israel.
I'm starting to notice about the Israel lobby.
Could I answer my question? Could I answer the question, please?
Look at his face. Look at him sweating. He's freaking out. He was like, oh my gosh, they're waking up. Shut it down.
You're talking about one thing they don't teach in school? They don't teach about the USS Liberty, where Israel literally came, blew up an American ship because they want us to get in their war with Egypt, and they don't teach that in school. I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely, and I'm a student of history. I've always loved history. I've always enjoyed reading it and consuming it, and this is 100% true. I have never once learned about the USS Liberty, and it wasn't until the last few years that I've been on X and observing everything and reading everything because it's uncensored that I found out about the USS Liberty. And then Candace Owens, I think like a year ago at this point, interviewed one of the survivors, and he was speaking out against it, and I just thought that was so interesting. Why have I never learned any of this?
Thank you for your question.
I have a question. Why is there this societal taboo around criticisms of Israel? For example, AIPAC doesn't have to register as a foreign lobby, but like the Australia lobby does. And it just...
That should be changed.
Glenn Beck does not believe that, and I have another video after this of explaining why I think not. He does not believe this whatsoever.
That should be corrected. Look, I am not going to say Israel should have any special privileges. None.
Yeah, not true. He definitely believes that they should. He has like an obsession with them. And why is that though? That kid raised a lot of good points. Why is it that we can criticize everything, including our own government, but the second we say anything about that country in the Middle East, with the state in the Middle East, it's like, absolutely not. You get attacked. You can get debanked. All these horrible things can happen. Your family can get attacked. Why is that? Why are we able to criticize everyone except that? So that takes us then to the following video. Morgan Ariel posted this. Who remembers when Glenn Beck said that his whole purpose in life is to serve Jews? He begged Netanyahu for dual citizenship in Israel. This is a humiliation ritual, and no one can tell me otherwise. And I think she has a lot of great points, actually. This is just really cringe. You've been warned.
I don't know why I was born, but there is something about the state of Israel that connects deeply to me. To have the privilege to stand with the Jew is a tremendous honor.
Why? Why is that a privilege and honor? Especially knowing the history and what they did to Jesus Christ. Why would that be a privilege and honor? They're a completely foreign religion. They're a completely foreign race. Why would it be an honor for you to stand with them, and especially knowing what we know that they think of our Lord and Savior?
Spiritually. So I want to read a letter that I wrote that I am sending to the state of Israel. To Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the honorable officials at the State of Israel. In this moment, I have chosen to ask you for citizenship in the state of Israel. I have nothing to offer but my voice of support. And some might say that my support might be more valuable as an independent voice. Perhaps they're correct. But my request for citizenship is not about words, it is about deeds.
But why would you want to have dual citizenship with them? That's what I don't understand. Isn't being an American citizen enough? People would love to be an American citizen. That's why we have such an immigration problem. So why would it be such an honor and privilege to be a citizen of a foreign country that has occupied this country? Why? And as far as I'm concerned too, isn't Israel the only state in the entire world that can be homogenous and be an ethno state? But, all our Western Christian countries have to be multicultural. And we have to have everybody in our countries, but they don't. Interesting.
Why, one might wonder, would I want to embrace a heritage and identity that is so ruthlessly hunted down again and again? Yet,
oh my gosh. Okay. Victims, internal victims.
it is precisely during such moments that we must choose to stand. I anticipate no privileges or exemption from the state of Israel. I instead yearn to align myself with those willing to rise, to fight, and sacrifice for the fundamental right to live. Is this not what both Israel and America embody?
Live where? What about the Palestinians who've actually been there?
In closing, my desire for dual citizenship does not stem from any expectation of gain, but from a deep-rooted belief in standing with what is right and true.
Standing for what is right and true is to stand with the Palestinian people who have been, I don't even know if I could say this word on YouTube, but have basically, now there's a ceasefire, but have lived through an actual genocide. The women, the children, all gone. 85% of Gaza is destroyed. Don't they have a right to live?
10 years ago, I took my children to Israel for the first time, but we first visited Auschwitz in Poland.
Of course you did.
I told them, you cannot understand Israel without the Bible or Auschwitz. May Israel remain an eternal flame of hope, a beacon of resilience, and a testament to the enduring human spirit.
Okay, why can't you understand the Bible with Auschwitz? What does Auschwitz have to do with anything? Okay, as far as I'm concerned, I don't recall seeing that in the Bible, especially the New Testament. And that's the only thing that they try to tie, try to tie to Christians as the Old Testament. It's the only thing that we share. And then, of course, we have the New Testament, which is what, to be a Christian, you believe in, because it's all about Jesus Christ. So, and, they don't believe in Jesus Christ. They believe that he was a rebel who got killed for his cause, pretty much. They don't believe that he's the Messiah. And if you know their Bible and what it says about, Jesus in their book, then it's bad. Okay, so what do they have to do with Christians? Okay, and I don't understand this. And as a Christian, and I know people like this in real life as well, so I don't know if Glenn is truly believes what he's saying, and it's not for nefarious reasons, like for money or anything. If he truly believes that, this just shows the damage that they have done, because they have infiltrated our publishing companies and the media and everything else that we, of course, everything that we know of. But because of this, though, they have essentially changed a part of the Bible, Genesis 13, and have brainwashed an entire generation of Americans, Christian Americans, white Christian Americans at that. And this is the frustrating part. And to continue to peddle this when, again, they are a completely foreign religion, a foreign country that has nothing to do with white Christian, white Christians in the Western world. I would say America, but it's the whole Western world. It's Europe, it's Australia, it's Canada, it's South Africa, it's the United States. And again, this just is just baffling to me if he truly believes this. And Glenn Beck has been around even, I think, before I was even born. He's been around a long time. I'm being honest, I've never really seen his stuff. I don't really, obviously I know of him, and I've seen some content here and there, but I've never been like a supporter or follower of his. I don't know what his deal is. It's just really bad. I can think of, and I'm happy he's getting called out, because maybe his eyes will open too. Maybe he just needs to get his eyes open. I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, because he's an older white guy, and I try to show respect and be graceful and show grace, and but at this point it's like, come on, wake up and stop peddling this nonsense. I'm sure he has a ginormous audience of other boomers and stuff who also believe this, and in my perspective too, in my everyday life, I know people around my age that also believe this as well, and it's just really hard, because you try to open their eyes and plant those seeds to be like, hey, maybe this is different, that we are Christians, and just try to remind them of it. But I don't know, but I am happy that he's getting called out on this, and it is done in a respectful way. There's nothing wrong with asking questions, even though some people try to shut it down and, whatever, but, it's good that we're having these conversations, and I'm really happy that our young men are speaking up and are educated and, are brave, and it takes a lot of courage to do that. So I'm very proud of them, and I hope that the youth continues to get their eyes, have their eyes open, and are learning and are speaking out against this, because the only way we're going to change, we're going to get some type of change, and not support AIPAC and not support these organizations that really harm Christians and really harm white people at the end of the day. Because even Charlie Kirk was saying it too, that a lot of these Jewish groups do fund our demise, essentially. Enough is enough. So I'm very happy that the kids are waking up. I would love to continue more content. I'm speaking up now too. I feel like that's the only thing you really can do at this point. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm a Christian, and I am a proud American, and no one will ever take those 4 things away from me. And I feel like if I don't speak out, then it's just going to continue to get worse, and I don't want things harder for my family and for my countrymen at this point. So thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.